Big news in fintech. Robinhood will acquire wealth portfolio platform TradePMR. Let's get to Kate Rooney in San Francisco. She's got an exclusive interview for us. Take it away, Kate.
Hey there, Courtney. Yeah, thanks so much. And we've got Vlad Tenev here, co-founder, CEO of Robinhood. Rob Baldwin as well, CEO of TradePMR. Big deal today for you guys. I want to start with you, Vlad. So $300 million. What's the strategic rationale behind this? And I was wondering, do younger investors actually want a human advisor? That might surprise people. As you guys are tech forward, we think of AI playing a big part. People do want an RIA.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you for having us. We're very excited about this. Wealth management is a huge industry, $7 trillion industry in the U.S. Robinhood, as of Q3, $160 billion in AUM. With TradePMR joining us, that takes us to $200 billion in AUM. And what we find is that as customers get older, their financial needs become more sophisticated, the need for personalized, high-quality advice increases. And Rob and team have just built an awesome platform with great technology, and we see an opportunity to accelerate that and to connect their network of advisors to our 24 million plus customers and give them access to awesome tools as they go on their financial journey.
And Rob, talk a bit about the demographics here. You've talked about sort of this gap, and you were describing it as maybe your RIAs are sort of the age of maybe the parents of the average Robinhood investor. How are you going to bridge that gap, and talk about the demographics?
Yeah, we really want to create a multi-generational platform that helps bridge that gap and kind of introduces parties back and forth to each other. Because, our generation, that is retiring and so forth, even in the advisor world, they're looking to try to generate relationships with the next generation. And the truth of the matter is 70% of heirs fire their parents' advisor when they inherit money. And that's a really catastrophic event. And it's very difficult to reach that generation. So, with Robinhood, we don't have to do anything but reach them exactly where they are, where they have their products, where they have their services, and where they enjoy their user interface. So it makes this a real win-win. $40
billion in assets. Do you expect any attrition? Are there any of your clients who just might, no offense, Vlad, not want to use Robinhood?
We haven't heard of any yet, so everything seems to have gone over really well. I think people understand this, and they understand the advantages this is going to present.
And Vlad, we've got Schwab's annual conference here. A lot of the products that you have launched would compete directly with Fidelity and Schwab. Can you talk a little bit about competing with the incumbents and the success of trying to basically take assets from them? You've offered some promotions, but are you seeing that flywheel continue, and what have the asset transfers looked like?
Yeah, asset transfers have been quite high. In the past quarter, it was we broke through the full year record of net deposits in just 3 quarters, with one left to spare. And I'd say when we talk to advisors, registered investment advisors, one thing that they don't like about the incumbent platforms is that they're competing with them. So they have their own in-house advisors, and there's this constant fear that their custodian is going to try to take their account. And I think that's something that's been missing since the TD Schwab consolidation. And what we can provide with TradePMR is a level playing field for advisors. You shouldn't have to worry that your custodian is going to compete with you for clients. And I think that's a big thing. Like, we talk a lot about the technology, the user interface, incorporating AI, but I think the biggest thing is just being able to compete for accounts on a level playing field, and also access the Robinhood network for client referrals.
What is this going to cost? I mean, the Robinhood generation really grew up with free trading, and I wonder how you're thinking about pricing some of this. And maybe, Rob, you could speak to what you charge at this point.
Yeah, right now our price is going to remain the same, and we'll continue to price everybody the way we have today. And most of those are very low cost anyway for just the platform usage. So we'll continue that for the time being, and I think everyone's acceptance of that.
And is it still going to be free? How are you thinking about that? Maybe all of a sudden needing to charge for these services.
In a way, what we're building is a marketplace. So we want to enable these advisors who are very much like entrepreneurs to connect with to connect with our customers. So the advisors will have freedom and flexibility to charge whatever they want. Of course, we'll try to make our overheads as low as possible and really make it so that customers have access to the best quality advice. And I think there will be a natural competitive dynamic, as with any market. But yeah, it's really about empowering advisors with the best technology.
And so, Rob, we got Josh Brown on the line. He's got a question for you.
Hey, guys, I want to start by saying congratulations. Rob, I've known you for a long time, and I think you've built an incredible business, and this must be really exciting for you and Monica and everyone else. I wanted to ask, and either of you can answer this, there's about 350 RIA firms currently platformed on TradePMR, and about 1,000 plus advisor representatives. What percentage do you guys think will be interested in taking on Robinhood clients? How many are going to want to be in this referral network? And then take it from the other direction. What percentage of Robinhood users do you think are looking for an advisor relationship? Thank you.
Sounds like I'll answer the first one. You can answer the second one. I think almost all of them will, Josh, after they realize what kind of client base actually Robinhood has. I think sometimes people look at that and they think that Robinhood is just all small accounts, and it's just not true. They've accumulated, these are Henrys that have accumulated a lot of wealth in many cases, and there's a lot of opportunity for those individuals. And we know they've already hired advisors elsewhere. So with this transition and this merger, we're going to be able to provide that service really, as a custodial platform at Robinhood as well.
And Vlad, I want to jump in just with one last question while we have you about, first of all, stock price. Robinhood's up about 40% since the election, largely on this expectation that new SEC chair could be a bit less hostile, at least towards crypto. What's your expectation for the new administration and the ability to maybe launch products quicker in the future?
I think there's a lot of optimism. I think that the incoming administration embraced this new industry, and I've been saying for a long time there's two big technological shifts that could change the financial industry over the next decade plus: crypto and artificial intelligence. We want to be at the center of that. And actually, when we talk to advisors, they really care about both of those things as well. They're asking about how they can incorporate artificial intelligence to serve more customers, improve their quality. They want access to crypto assets as well, which they don't really have access to through traditional platforms. So I think that the future looks bright. We're very optimistic, and I think that Rob and team are going to be a big part of that.
Is Dan Gallagher, your chief legal officer, going to get the SEC job?
He's got a nickname, right?
What's that?
The Crypto King.
The Crypto?
We call him the Crypto King.
You might lose him to the SEC.
Well, we'll see. I think the country would be lucky to have him, but of course, we think he can have a lot of impact being the chief legal officer at Robinhood as well.
We will leave it there. Vlad and Rob, thank you, gentlemen, for both of your time. Great to see you both.